Okay. I guess it's time to meet our last and hopefully part of the Coterie member. It's a quiet, moody internet cafe. Half of its space serves as a comfy coffee bar these days. Comfy coffee, yeah, Jesus. But behind a glass wall, it still has a space dedicated to rows of PCs. From the street, you can notice tired adults in casual clothes, typing away absent-mindedly, and some bored kids wasting their late evening hours on colorful online games. Shut the fuck up, that's not wasting. If Sophie's intent is to be believed, this is where Hope has set up her haven. One of the waiters is standing outside the building, gazing at the sky with a smartphone in one hand and a vape pen in the other. You approach the man and tell him, "I'm looking for Hope." He releases a soft chuckle. "Yeah, you and me both." The man slowly takes a drag from his e-cig, sizing you up and down in silence. After a long, awkward moment, when you're ready to leave him be, he raises his voice again. "Come, right this way." He heads back into the cafe, and you follow his lead. When you make your way through the space with computers, no one averts their gaze from the spreadsheets, emails, Facebook profiles, or games of Fortnite. It's a common sight, one you wouldn't have paid much attention to a few weeks ago, but now it seems so unnervingly quaint. Would they still be spending their time like this if they were more immortal? I mean, I think I would. Even if I was to be a vampire, I'd still play video games. The waiter unlocks an unassuming door at the end of the room and lets you inside. You two swiftly make your way through a labyrinth of sterile gray corridors, taking confusing twists and turns. Feels like you're traveling into a different world, crossing one invisible portal after another. Eventually, you reach your destination. Your guide motions you to enter a dark room with a lone source of pale light, a computer screen in the distance beckoning you to come closer. I wonder what's on the screen. I wondered more exactly what they used. Maybe they used Discord. As you do, you hear the door shutting behind your back and a short chuckle echoing behind it. Is this the place? Nothing else to do but sit on a chair in front of the computer. The monitor displays a modern chat application. A cursor is blinking in the user nickname and entry field in the middle of the screen, obviously expecting you to input your handle. After a brief conversation, you type in, "Your name is the dumbest thing you could possibly do." A random... something goofy isn't a Ventrue thing to do. A random strings of characters. This would be safer. After QWERTY turns out to have been taken by someone else, you settle out on QWERTY UOP. It works. After a few seconds, the chat windows open. Messages start appearing on the screen in quick succession. Hostage. Easy, I'm trying to read. Oh god. Have I entered ShareCnet by any chance? Let's see. Hostage executioner. Just to be clear, I don't have a wank rag. No, Lemao. Oh, for sure. Not for real. Lemao was meant for Jerry, of course. Not much longer. Yeah, Jerry is the chat MVP. I mean, I've admitted to far worse things on here. Sexy bozo. God, I'm so horny. Not sure why I'd have a need to lie about this one. Oh my god, literally, who cares? You and me both, bozo. Wait, who's QWERTY UOP? QWERTY UOP? No idea. A new user wasn't there a second before. What the hell? Was anyone informed? No announcement. I know I wasn't at Jerry 2010. Me. Identify yourself within 2 minutes or get banned. The chat goes silent. Everyone seemingly waiting for you to say something before proceeding. This must be a close-knit group. Better say something before they kick you out. I'm a vamp. No. I'm looking for Hope. Is she here? Who the fuck are you? This was meant to be a safe channel. Investigating what went wrong. How did they even get here? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a log. Yeah, okay, this is a Discord server, alright. Sure feels like one. The fuck are you? This was meant to be a safe channel. Investigating what went wrong. How did they even get in here? Stay calm. Can you get the location, Jerry? Lol. Yeah, sure. That's our Jerry. Gonna DM it to anyone interested. Oh boy, now you're in trouble. Yeah, you're gonna regret, dumbass, the day you decide to spy on us. How the fuck is Preza supposed to work on... Nah, that's not gonna work. Just say. Calm down. Fuck off. That one guy brought me here. Doubtful. Thought this is where I can meet Hope. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit. Jerry, how are things on your end? Got info? Nice. You wanna die, asshole? You'll die. Die. Sentenced to death for a shitty basic online handle. I'm literally on my way to kill you right now. Yeah, sorry to inform you. You're about to die. Rape bitch. You're getting your throat slit right here, right now. A split second after you read the message, you feel someone's arm tightening around your neck. The violent return to reality catches you off guard. Jolt of panic rushes through your brain, paralyzing you momentarily. You come to the wrong chat room, motherfucker. A ridiculous whisper, whatever. A ridiculous whisper rings out next to your ear, and the grip under your head gets even tighter. You start struggling, but even with your newfound supernatural strength, you're having trouble breaking out. This isn't a normal human you're dealing with. Last words. Sophie sent me here. Langley? The hand holding your chin shifts its position slightly. Don't struggle, or I'll break your or I'll break your windpipe, or my phone, which would end even worse for you. Sound of a camera shutter and light flashing. Did they just take some selfies with you? All right, that's enough fun. I'm letting you go. We can have a talk. Don't do anything stupid, Miss Intruder. Pretty please. The mysterious assailant loosens their grip on you and gently pushes you away. You quickly turn to take a good look at them. Let me just finish this. It's a pale blonde woman in her 20s, giving you slightly judgmental looks while rapidly tapping away at her phone screen. First, you notice her outrageous outfit, seemingly thrown together from a random thrift store finds. Then you take notes of her tattoos, a sprawling tapestry of odd patterns and designs covering every visible part of her body. At first glance, it all seems aimless, but it has a consistent sense of style upon closer inspection. Her eyes focus on you for a second. Gave you a scare, huh? Sorry, that's what you get for entering a lady's haven without her permission. And she's back to her phone. With her relatively small build, it's hard to believe you had trouble overpowering her physically. But then again, nothing is what it seems when it comes to the undead. And even compared to the vampires you've met so far, she comes off as an eccentric, curious presence. She shoots you another glance, noticing you're still cautious of her. Calm yourself, girl. I won't put anything like this anymore. I was just feel stupid saying it out loud. A vibe check. Vibe check. Vibe check. Vibe check. Vibe check. Yeah, I got a glimpse of your vibe on the internet and in a dangerous situation. I'd say I've got a pretty good idea about who you really are. I'm Hope, by the way. If you're here, you've probably heard of me. So I went ahead and skipped the pleasantries. But come to think of it, I might have skipped too many of those. Yeah, she definitely fits the description you were given by Sophie, Markavian. Anyway, don't worry about the chat. It was all a game to us. No hard feelings, okay? I'll introduce you properly later. On the monitor, chatter continues normally. Your visit is like yesterday's news, no longer relevant or anything. But look, if we're going to talk about you, you should have something to say too. What are you doing here? About time she asked. Note to self, she really loves the sound of her own voice. I'm looking for people to join my coterie. Coterie? Been there, done that, not interested. Unless... She takes a closer look at you. Her eyes go wide. Wait. Shit! Are you the new Langley plaything? Word seems to be getting around fast. Of course you are. It was obvious the second Langley got her hands on a new servant, she'd start building a network. Your emissions tell me that could really come into handy when... But Langley, that's a risky game. This kind of ambition attracts too much attention. Piss off! But then again, fucking Kara. She seems to be having a spirited argument with herself, only parts of it audible. Is it just you, or do her facial expressions and body language change a bit between one sentence and the other? Before you make certain it's not just your eyes playing tricks on you, she focuses half of her attention back on you. The other half, of course, is still obsessed with her smartphone. Listen, I'm not saying I'm not interested in cooperation, but before I make a decision, I need to make sure you sort of understand me and that I sort of understand you. And since I was planning to put on a show before you came here, I propose a little game. Hope absent-mindedly spins her phone in her hand, considering how to put her thoughts into words. Then she approaches a switch on the wall. And flicks it. Neon lights flare up, illuminating the room. You take a look around. What the fuck is that? The room is certainly unique. It looks like a butcher's room, repurposed to be a living space. The modern computer in front of you starkly contrasts the ominous industrial walls. At the back, there's an overwrought bed covered in velvet with meat hooks hanging above it. On top of the bed sheets, you notice what seems to be pieces of elaborate S&M equipment and the camera. Wait a minute. You want my help? Moderate my cam show. Cam show? Your eyebrows twitch involuntarily. This is definitely not the kind of request you expected to hear tonight. She notices your confusion. Take it or leave it, buddy. You just became a Kindred, but you want to become my partner in crime? Show me you can handle yourself while watching my back in my everyday environment. She's serious. The show starts in 10 minutes. If you think yourself better than this, better walk out the door right now. I won't hold a grudge. I've got better things to do. As if to prove it, she looks at something displayed on her phone and cracks a brief grin. Under reply tipped down with absurd speed. Tap, 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 tap. 9 minutes. It's now or never. Show moderator. Risk of violating the Masquerade? Hi. Contact warnings? Oh, yes. So, do you take the job? Why the hell not? Hope brightens up and her smile looks surprisingly sincere. Excellent. I promise you might find this interesting in more ways than one. Alright, give me a second. She spends a minute setting up the computer you used before, then urges you to sit down. The explanation of the moderator's functionalities is simple. It boils down to ignoring anyone who doesn't disrupt the chat, banning anyone who does, and kicking anyone who's causing minor trouble. Five minutes later, she's already online, sitting on her bed in a provocative pose. It is a sex show, isn't it? Her voice, previously hushed, rings out with a full force. How are you doing tonight, hopefuls? You peek at the chat. We're not worthy, queen, fucking gay, angel. Hell yeah, time to fuck. Yeah, everything seems okay. You're tempted to try out the kick and ban prompts as soon as possible, but obviously you won't punish someone for a little dirty talk. It's fine. It's a sex show. Thank you. Today's show is quite special. Please welcome our new moderator, Coteries. Lemao. Who? Lemao. Sorry for sentencing you to that earlier. Oh, okay. At least the community here seems to be a bit more welcoming this time. Looks like this place has an established hazing ritual. Or maybe they and Hope can... Or maybe they and Hope came up with one specifically for you, who knows. They decide to stay silent. Eventually people stop riffing on you and focus entirely on the star of the show. Alright, let's start with one. Let's start this one with a bang, shall we? It begins Queen. Oh boy, she's going to do it. I love this. This is amazing. So this is where the strip show starts. You raise your head, curious about what kind of performance she's going for. First, she opens her mouth and reveals her retractable fangs in front of the camera. Right off the bat, the online audience is treated to a sight of her wholly human set of teeth turning into a monster's maw. The image is both revolting and fascinating. She raises her left wrist for everyone to see, and then bites. The fangs immediately turn her arm into a horrifying, gory mess. It's unclear if she used them to slash or bite, but one thing is for sure, no ordinary human could cause such damage. Let's hope this is a closed circle Kindred show, porn, whatever the fuck she's doing. It's an ordinary human. If an ordinary human suffers such a wound, you'd expect a geyser of blood to appear too, but it doesn't. Hope's technically a corpse, so it's impossible. She flashes a monstrous smile and starts smearing vitae all over her hand to maximize the impact of the violent image. Then she starts drinking it up. She makes it a point to make the sight as gruesome as possible, looking like a hyena feasting on a corpse. The contrast of her behavior with her look of an Instagram model is stunning. Once she's done, she reveals her wrist to the camera for the last time. She starts making theatrical gestures with her right hand as the wound begins to mend. Shortly after, the wound is gone. It's like a magician's trick. Her left hand looks like nothing bad ever happened to it. Here's an appetizer, first blood to kick off the show. While you're wondering what the hell is going on, Hope catches a glimpse of your bewildered face and turns into your direction. How is that for an opening? This is not a section, you don't say. This seems more like what it. I'm just gonna ask. This isn't a sex show? Sex? What? Were you counting on me getting naked in front of you or something? Oh, honey, we just met each other. If you expect a strip show, yeah, sorry to disappoint. It's more like a live stream digital art. The erotic subtext is there, of course. You peek at the chat. They've gone wild. She did that for free! I love to lick her wrist, clean my phone, and aha, nothing more arousing than a beautiful woman teetering on the edge of oblivion, a rose petal dancing in the eyes of the violent hurricane. But eroticism is not the key here. It's vampirism. It's a new frontier, a living art installation. In the early 90s, the Japanese artists kept producing these videotapes with beautiful women committing gory harakiri. Those are an inspiration. She bares her fangs again in a devious grin, but I have no interest in auto-destruction or turning myself into a victim. This is a celebration of a body I love, not self-inflicted punishment. The audience here came to marvel at the beautiful vampire and her awe-inspiring powers. Mending wounds is just one of these powers. The people watching can pay to see more. Oh, and don't worry, the only thing the audience can see and hear are the things I allow them to. We can talk freely. Just remember to moderate the chat, will you? High risk of violating the Masquerade. What a joke, she's blatantly breaching it in front of anonymous viewers. Still speechless, you turn your attention to the screen. Muy good. Alright, I'm feeling generous today. Have you planned your next tattoo yet? I'll pay for the next attraction. Okay, looking like a pink marshmallow covered in raspberry sauce. And we got some idiots. Oh, no. Just letting you know you're based, I know. Oh my god. Yeah, this one's dying. I mean, so far, they're just doing their thing, nothing to ignore. Maybe this last guy, but he's fine. You let the guy vent his excitement. Seems harmless. The special message appears on the chat log claiming somebody has successfully sponsored the first goal of the show. Ho smiles and picks up a bag of blood from underneath the bed. It must have been retrieved from a blood bank. She showcases the label of the camera for everyone to see. Drink up, drink up, drink up, drink up. Ho pours all the contents of the bag into her throat. You have no doubt it's real blood, but wonder why the viewers would be so satisfied with something that's so easy to fake. Don't worry, it pays well enough. Don't even bother to tell her this is not what you're thinking about. Safe to assume she knows. So, what do you know about the Kindred and the internet? Have they told you anything? While she's waiting for someone to sponsor her next vampiric feat, she decides to start the conversation. Oh, here we go. Is there a vampire internet? Pfft, you find something that looks like a vampire internet, stay away. See, some of us used to experiment with our own secure networks. We try to build our own information hubs, social networks, everything. She's still working on the phone in one hand while looking for something under the bed with the other. On how many things can she concentrate at one time exactly? Then one day the NSA got in. Turns out elders nearly got the wrong hang of proper security practices, or the sigils they used to smear on their screens didn't exactly work as advertised. Then, of course, all the other 3-letter intelligence agencies in the world got the intel, and a lot of them decided bloodsuckers were the perfect new enemies for our post-9/11 times. The Second Inquisition came into being. Ever heard of it? A lot of our kind died just because they were too present online. Right now, the remains of our old networks serve as government honeypots, kept alive to attract fledglings and hunt them down. You post a certain keyword on Twitter or Facebook, you get tagged for investigation. You fit certain patterns, you get tagged for investigation. So there is a certain thrill in becoming an online presence without attracting attention from the authorities. She stretches on the bed. I hope you are still monitoring the chat. Of course not, you're not as good as dividing your attention as she is. You correct your mistake and check the recent messages. Oh, is she talking to somebody? Can't wait for the real thing to start. These two monitors set up rules. Call of Duty on one screen, drop dead hotness on the second screen. The only woman I don't hate. Hope, more like my favorite hoe. Hoe has crabs and gonorrhea, what the fuck. Yeah, let them do. Despite the nickname, they seem supportive. Really don't know. Yeah, it's fine. No spam, no bad words, no, it's fine. Look away from the screen for a second, and when you look back, there are 3 new messages from the same user. Yo, is it just me, or does your face look like kind of... here we go. But don't worry, baby, if you're special needs person, I have a special thing here to satisfy you. Parenthesis, it's Badik. Okay. Doing a great job back there. The guy gets banned, and Hope goes back to running the show. Did I ban him? Okay. Great job, my boy. Great job, great job. They must have hurt her. You messed up. Dude, I didn't press shit. Or maybe I was too fast, whatever. Anyway, yeah. When the Nosferatu admitted to Camarilla their network got compromised, the elders went batshit insane. Internet communications became strictly forbidden. There were executions. A lot of people who use social media to secretly contact their mortal families and lovers got offed. That goes without saying. But if you weren't careful, even the most innocent web usage could result in being punished with final death. Thanks to your dick steals, the next goal has just gotten successfully funded. The user. Okay. Let's go! Vanishing eye. Dehumanize yourself and face the bloodshed! She raises her hand. 3 fingers up. 2 fingers down. 1 finger up. The countdown ends and she immediately disappears from the screen like a ghost. You can still see her on the bed, but the live feed indicates there's nobody there. Okay, she has a ghost in the machine. That skill is so useful. When you deeply focus on a digital image, you swear you can make out some unusual glitching where her silhouette should be, but it could very well be just placebo. You ready for this? 3, 2, 1. A flash of the camera. The instant she reappears on the screen, she takes a selfie, sticking her tongue out in a provocative manner. The chat room explodes in cheers again. She is their vampire queen. You briefly wonder about her being glued to the screen. Is this the fantasy everyone is here for? A girl showing off cheap magic tricks while lazily browsing her social media? You realize you are way out of your depth here. Meanwhile, Hope decides to continue her lecture. Those were some wild times, especially in New York. While most of them have no clue as to our real nature, a lot of clandestine organizations have classified us as national threats. And since this is where the towers fell, the agencies are very much present around here, looking for easy PR victories. The last SI raid here was just a few years ago, and it was a big one, stirred up the hornet's nest, something fierce. But although it's 2019, New York City is ruled by someone who got embraced before World War II, and the cam as a whole who got really spooked and swore off the internet. Of course, they're not dumb and understand that you can't really coexist with modern kind without the internet. It's a gray zone right now, like piracy, technically frowned upon, but let the one without sin cast the first stone. The SI is a real threat, no joke, but in many senses the darkest places is right under the candle. You take another look at the screen. We want blood, how about some bad stuff? Can you do some bad stuff? Can you show us tonight? Next time. Bad stuff? I don't know. It's been a long, hard day. Please give me a shout out. A familiar nickname pops up. I'll just ban this guy. Yeah. Is he hitting his keyboard with his head or something? Alright, be gone. Well, that was overzealous. Please, please, please don't harass my viewers, will you? Bitch, I'll do the same on my own stream. Shut the fuck up. The chat is ridiculing you again. That wasn't the best choice. Let's hope you can bounce back from that. Fine, I would have given him a timeout, but nah, close enough. Oh yeah, fun fact about being a vampire. We can sweat and pee if we just exert ourselves really hard. Some of us can even orgasm. We can even cry, but only tears of blood. I have no idea if she's gonna be part of my coterie after my 2 failed attempts. It's something I always dreamed of doing when I was 14. So romantic, and it drives them crazy. As proof over words, a scarlet tear starts running down her face. The chat goes wild. This seems to be exactly the kind of thing they've been waiting for. I need some water. Okay. Ah, an angel that fell from the heaven. Oh my gosh, it again. Beautiful. Hope you torture yourself finds you can eventually. Can you imagine USA assembling a blood-sucking squad that would just cruise by the border and suck blood out of any illegal they found? The very thought gives me the biggest boner. I don't know, to be fair, I let the guy alone, ignore. You're not sure if the guy is just satirizing a certain type of poster, so you give him a pass. However, the chat quickly makes sure he's known here as a repeat offender. Oh. What the fuck? Who let the fuck man back in here? Fuck out of here, racist. Hope gives you a tired look before continuing on with the show. What? Come on. I was just thinking about the idea. You correct the mistakes and ban the guy. Jesus Christ. Girl, our streams are way too different. Just to be clear, you realize what we're doing here is a blatant bleach of the Masquerade, right? Honestly, I expected you to leave or inform somebody by now. Wait, you haven't. Why? Try to focus on the chat. In any case, the last goal has just been funded. It's time for the great finale. It's what you've all been waiting for, right? Yes, queen! Yes, queen! Her voice has changed. She gets closer to the camera, letting her face fill the frame of the live feed. Her mesmerizing eyes are focused purely on the viewers. You wanted blood? Come out into the streets, claw out your neighbors' throats, slash their veins and drink up. Yes, Queen, yes, Queen! Hope's presence becomes absolutely horrifying and it influences the chat in some incomprehensible way. Everyone starts typing like they are possessed. Liberate yourself from the shackles of ordinary mortality. Make them scream, feel the warmth of their entrails. This is gonna end absolutely terrible. What the hell is she doing to these people? What have you gotten yourself into? Transcend your bodies. Release the message of hope into the world. She jerks violently for a second and then falls down on the bed like a marionette that had just had its strings severed. She exhales loudly a few times and laughs. When she does, the room goes dark again. Alright, that's enough. Instead of continuing, she does something with her phone. The stream ends and the chat instantly becomes dead quiet. Let me take over. The atmosphere in the room has completely changed. She's already put herself together and stood up. Now she's walking towards you. At Volgar, what the fuck just happened? Jerry, guess the show is over. Everyone relax and go home. Oh, and I was almost ready to come, bros. Hostage, I swear on my father's grave, one day I will find you and kick the ever-living shit out of you. After every line she delivers, she changes her voice, the way she puts her lips together, and even the way she moves. You've caught glimpse of her acting this way, but only now have you started to figure it out. Wait a minute, does that mean I'm immortal? I'm bored. I'm separated from most vampires in this city by a generational chasm, and I'm so goddamn lonely. The internet used to be my only friend. Years ago, I started researching tulpas, collective consciousness, all the mumbo jumbo at the intersection of psychology and spirituality, and I decided to experiment. The show was fake. A few years later, I was an Instagram fashionista, a successful erotic model, a vital part of pop culture commentariat, a viral shitposter, a cryptocurrency expert. All of my internet selves started signal boosting each other, paving the way for new ones. I became one woman empire surrounded by legions of psychophans. The chat was fake. Some may think of it as dissociative identity disorder, but that's bullshit. Everyone has online alter egos they buried. I just resurrected them, gave birth to new ones, and let them crossbreed. Her constant tapping at the phone, even during the show, somehow she's capable of impersonating an entire chat room. I don't even have a self that could dissociate or be mentally ill. I'm a host, a living database. I live because I find it fun to be an information conduit, to process trends and support the ones I deem worthy. There was no Masquerade violation. She was showing off her skill all along. She put you into a world of pure fiction, the same way she was testing you when she attacked you from the back. Damn, she's good at this. Of course, you can just ignore what I'm saying and decide I'm just another deranged Malkavian. But hey, annihilation of the self is the only way to survive in the 21st century. If ever there was an era that demanded images of beautiful people transcending beyond humanity and inspiring others to do the same, it's this one. Although for now, because of Masquerade, my audience is quite limited. Speaking of, you want to be the star of my next movie? Oh shit. Hell no will not be an answer, sure why not will not be an answer, ... Need some time to mull it over? Sure. No, sorry to disappoint. But yeah, your test is over, now the question is, do I want to work with you? She puts away her phone for the first time since you met her and gives you a good look, hard look. Sorry cutie, I don't think it will work out, and it's not me, it's you and your vibes. You're kind of dumb and boring. I fucked up that chat so bad. You want to protest, but then you realize how many times you made a fool of yourself in front of her tonight. She looks honestly disappointed. Alright, get out. Through the door, go right, keep heading straight until you reach the stairs, red door on the left. You should be able to find your way from there. I'll send you our selfie together. Whenever you look at it, remember that even if apart, we're still together in a way. So if I get in trouble because of something I've shown you here tonight, you might go down as accomplice. Capiche? She leads you out and loudly shuts the door behind your back. The sound somehow drives the finality of her decision home. Oh well. You follow the direction after a brief period of wandering. You emerge from the labyrinth of grey corridors into a cluttered back alley. Back on the streets again, you'll have to survive them without hope. So I got to, I failed to.